Welcome to FX Options University, recorded live at the International Securities Exchange, the world's largest equity options exchange. Join the industry's top trading professionals as they provide insight and strategies for trading in the currency markets using FX options. FX options are a low-risk alternative to hedging currency moves in any market condition.
Oh, Mike says he has an account at Thinkorswim, and he says, just type in CDD, and it all works. The chain comes right up. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Okay. As long as the questions keep coming, I'm going to continue to answer them. So we have another couple moments. All right. Got a question from Sally about the European aspect. European exercise versus American. American options mean that you can exercise them early. So equity options are all American style. ETF options are American style, but many indexes are European style. All that means is they can't be exercised early, and that goes into the pricing calculations from a market maker's perspective. From a self-directed investor, it really doesn't matter, as long as you just need to understand the nuances of one versus another. If you're long an option that you can't exercise, you got to remember you can always sell it though. So it's priced into the option. Dave has a question about strategy. Is it better to purchase a long option, let's say 4 months, if you think of it in the long run, knowing you might take a profit and drop it or get back in? Here's my answer. Of course, it always depends, but if I knew for certain that whatever currency pair was going to make a move tomorrow, if I was 99.9% certain, I probably would trade the shortest dated option that I could. The options are giving me sort of a hedge that if I'm wrong, I have more time. So if I give myself 4 months, I give myself more time to be right. Of course, I could be wrong also, but options, and if we come back to the option pricing class, I'll explain why the short-dated options are much more risky, for good or for bad, because there isn't as much option premium in those options. There's a lot more time decay going on in those options. So if you want to avoid that, you might want to buy a longer-dated option, but that doesn't mean that the long-dated option doesn't have any risk, because you are buying option premium, and if you're wrong on your forecast, you're going to lose money on that one too. So you need to, I like to say that you need to understand, of course, a little bit about option pricing, but try to give yourself a little more time than you think you need. Meaning that if you think something's going to happen in 2 months, probably buy a 3-month option. If you think something's going to happen in a day or two, you might want to buy a 2-month option. Will says that he found that news trading is much more helpful in options than spot. Maybe if you found that, Will, you might have some excellent opportunities. You know, maybe you want to put on a call spread or a put spread. So you learn more about options, or you're going to say, okay, I'm going to be long this option for just a day or two. You might want to do that, especially everyone has. I mean, I've been trading options for almost 30 years. There's not one right way to trade them. You need to be comfortable in your own methodology. So, Will, if you found a way that you feel comfortable, that's probably that's the most important thing. Question about where the ISC is. We're in downtown New York, very close to the New York Stock Exchange. If you want to learn more about options, I would recommend that you come, and on iTunes you can listen to all of these, Martin. So you can just really, on your iPod or what kind of device, you can listen to all these presentations. Yes, you can buy ebooks. I mean, I don't know if I would recommend one over another as far as options, but please, I think there's tremendous value in this presentation I just gave. Tomorrow it'll be available via archive, and you can download it to your device, your iPod, what have you, and listen to it again, watch it. I think we're wrapping up the questions. Let's see, we have another one. Micah said, so if I buy an option and it's in the money at expiration? Can we do nothing, and will money be put in there? Yes, that's exactly right, Mike. So let's say that I bought the 100 call and the US dollar Canadian went to 105, and I paid 5 for it, months and months ago. If it closes out at 105, I don't have to do anything, and I'll just receive 5, what I paid for it. Now, that's just of course, that's just lucky that it went to 5, because it could have went to 3, it could have went to 7. It doesn't necessarily matter what you paid for it. It's going to be the difference between the strike price and that ISC value that will determine the settlement value. I hope that helps. Or you could sell it, yes. Rashad, thank you very much. I look forward to you coming back to the next webinar. I'm going to give everybody else another, let's say, 30 seconds to type in any questions. I want to thank all of you. We had a big crowd here for our Back to Basics class. The next class will be on January 27th, and I'm going to be talking about which FX option strike price to trade. I want to thank all of you for attending. Remember, next Tuesday we're going to be giving out another presentation. Steve Meizinger will be talking about candlesticks. So if that turns you on, candlesticks, come and join us. He's an expert. He's written a lot of books on the subject. Next Thursday, FX options analyst forecast. What's the next currency move? And that's going to be 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. Trading Central, and they are located in France, Paris, France. They'll be talking about how they make these recommendations. So please join us. I want to, again, thank all of you for attending. Nice big crowd today. Some really great questions. And this is the first of 8 classes that I'll be talking about back to basics. So this was the most basic of those back to basics, number 1. Number 2 is back to basics. Which FX option strike price to trade? And that's going to occur on January 27th. So please join us then. This is Steve Meizinger, your host, and today I was the presenter. I want to thank you for being part of this webinar. Great questions. And please come back and join us real soon. Next Tuesday with Steve Meizinger. Next Thursday, Trading Central. And again, back to basics on January 27th. Thank you so much, and have a great trading day tomorrow. This is Steve Meizinger, your host, and today the presenter saying have a safe and happy trading day tomorrow. Bye now.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. Get trading ideas, exchange rates, webinars, news, and commentary. Visit www.fxoptions.com. ISE FX options can be easily traded through all options-enabled brokerage accounts. These exchange-listed securities are cash-settled in U.S. dollars and have a European-style exercise.